First thing I'm going to do here after I've got my thread wrapped down is I'm going to take a March Brown dyed grizzly or Cree or variant or whatever you want to use. I'm going to pull off some of those fibers. I'm going to tie those in as the tail. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of turkey and I'm going to create a dorsal surface so that we get a little bit of a two-tone effect on the body. Wrap that up and forward. Now I'm going to do a nice copper rib in there. It's just a small copper. Now I'm going to dub with some Australian possum. It's going to give kind of a nice light belly color, and then with that nice dark turkey over the top, creates a great two-tone effect. Once that's wrapped forward, then I'll flip that dorsal coloration over.
I mean, you want this to sink a little bit on the lower half, so...
Correct. The wire's not going to be a big deal. That's kind of what and that's part of the reason why I like the Australian possum, is that it'll soak up a little bit of water. And then we'll use a dry fly dubbing, up on the front part of the fly to help keep that suspended. Get in there, snip off our dorsal coloration, trim off our excess wire. I'm going to do a small quantity here to kind of start building up the thorax of a red quill microfine. Again, move into the dry fly dubbing, help again with the suspension. So I'll advance my thread just forward of that dubbing. I'm going to take some elk hair. You could use Comparadun hair as well. So we'll go through, remove all of that under-fluff. Put that in my hair stacker here. I'm going to measure that to be about the length of the body. So just kind of walk through the stub ends here. Make sure those are all nice and in place. Once it's tied down, clip off your stubs. Good pair of sharp scissors makes a big difference in this process as you want to get in relatively close to the shank so that when we wind down over the top of this stuff that we don't have a big mess.
You probably fish just like it is right now.
Probably, yep. But you know me. I like to blow it up a little bit, make something easy complicated. I'm just going to wind down over the stubs. Like you said, of course, that probably would fish right there. Kind of a neat deal. But of course, again, like I said, I can't really help myself on occasion. I'm going to take another one of those dry March Brown dyed grizzly feathers. I'm going to tie it in just forward of that wing. I'm going to complete the rest of the dubbing of the thorax. Now I'm just going to make a couple wraps of that hackle. This is going to help really stabilize it and again add some flotation. So the disadvantage here, not that it's a disadvantage, is that we're going to have to do just a little bit of hackle trimming to help accentuate that resting on the surface of the adult. I'll just pull all the rest of that hackle back and out of the way. Got one straggler in there. Then I just take my scissors, kind of like a thorax dun style, get in underneath, cut a little bit of a V hackle out of there, and then just to kind of fluff that wing back up so that you get that Comparadun style presence.
That's going to float awesome.
There you have a completed Klinkhammer. It's one of my favorites. I hope it's one of yours too.